What's up, DBS players? This is Mark with DBS-DECKS, and as promised, there you go. Android 13. I'm giving you the list. You wanted the list, you get the list. So, I'm not like the greatest deck builder in the world, but every now and then I have some nifty ideas, and so we're going to take a look at them. Permanent on this Android 13 leader says if you have a 14 and 15 in your drop area, this guy awakens at 6. When he awakens, you draw 2 cards, and then he does this. Auto, when your opponent's Son Goku or a battle card of 6 cost or less is placed in the drop area from any area by one of your skills, your opponent discards a card, this card gains critical, and when this card attacks, you draw a card. So, kind of fun. He hits pretty hard when he wants to. And, yeah, we're going to see how you can make him awaken on turn 1. It's a really neat trick. So, Android 14 Stoic Fist, activate main. If you have this card and an Android 15 in your hand, you pitch them. Rip 1 or 2 life. Put them in your hand. Draw a card, and your opponent discards a card. So you're immediately, on turn 1, going to be able to have a 14 and a 15 in your drop area, and you will flip. So you're going to draw like 3 more cards, and then it's going to be nuts. You're going to have such a great hand. Now, we talked about Android 14 and 15, so we have the Android Troop 14 and 15 cards, activate main, pitch this card to draw a card, or if you want to use something a little bit newer, Android 15 Vicious Vendetta. You can play it after you combo with it during your opponent's turn. When you play this card, rip 1 or 2 life, not up to, just rip 1 or 2 life, and then ready 1 of your green energy. That's pretty much it. So, 7 targets for the Android 14. Odds are you're probably going to see a combination of them during your first turn. Really nice. So this is a great way to get easy hand advantage and a very strong start on your opponent on turn 1. Now, how do we take advantage of those things in the drop area? Well, Android 13 Red Ribbon Army says we can do that. It's got Union Absorb, green, yellow. You get the 2 from your drop area, put them under this card, and then you get a 7 cost Android 13 from your hand and you play it on top. Auto, if your leader card is an Android 13, or if it's just an Android, you can play this card in active at the end of battle when you combo with it. He is a 2 cost 10,000, so he basically is a turn 2 drop. But again, he comes out, and if you do it on your opponent's turn, then you're ready to go on turn 3, essentially. So then we talked about the 7 drops that come out. I'm running a 3-3 split of them. You can run that split however you want. I'm just trying this for right now to see what works best. First one on top here is the Android 13 Adamative Avenger. It's got Successor, Double Strike, Energy Exhaust. Its Successor costs of 1 green and 1 yellow. And then it's activate main once per turn. If your leader card is an Android 13 card, take 3 Android cards from your drop area, exactly 3. Put them at the bottom of your deck. Your KO one of your opponent's cards in rest mode, and then your opponent drops 2 cards. So that's huge. And he's also a 30k double strike, essentially for 2 either way. He's 2 either way coming out because you're never going to hardcast him at 7. He's either coming out from Successor or he's coming out via the Android 13 Red Ribbon Avenger. And then we have the Unending Destruction Android 13, the Super Rare from set 3. He's a 30k double striker. Again, he's coming out via that 4 drop. And then the auto says when you play this card, KO one of your opponent's cards. And then the second auto, I'm just going to explain what it does. I'm not actually going to read it because the language is terrible. If you KO a card using not this guy's first effect, then they discard a card. It's that simple. So, yeah, they being your opponent. I don't know why the way they worded it was just awful. So, forgive them. We have Corona Android 18 Power Couple. This card again makes a pitch a card. It's got our primary color green, which we do run a lot of base green in this deck. We don't really go for the dual color energy. We're just focused on the monocolor play out. But other than having the Successor, we don't really have anything but mono green to worry about. So that's why I felt safe running this as an arrival. And then it makes them drop a card, so that triggers the leader and other things. Or you can get rid of one of their abilities if it's, they're attacking and you're like, I don't want to take triple strike. I'll just do that instead. I'll take 1. Cool. To get that out, make our life easier, Dr. Giro, Progenitor of Terror. He's our super combo 0-10k. Since our leader card's green, it works, obviously. It pitches a 4 cost or less android to the drop area. But more importantly, it either thins your deck or sets up for Adamantive Avenger or gets you set up for a 13 fusion if you need to do that as well. So there's multiple reasons why this card is good. I like it, and since we're recycling cards with Adamantive Avenger, it really makes it easy to keep our drop area fully loaded when we need to. Sheila the Beautiful is just utility for when we're KOing stuff and making them drop things. It just kind of keeps their hand in check, and also she's just something that it's 15k, so she's always good for attacking. On first turn, if we need to, Dr. Zero, Evil's Inventor, and then the last of our utility is Terrible Creator, Android 20. If we really can't find what we need, we'll actually be able to search it. So that's pretty much the utility cards. Before I get to the spice of the deck, I know everybody's got the spice, you know, what have you. We have the Preemptive Strikes, because I hate Champa, like everybody hates Champa. We have 2 Slumber Strikes because big things that are larger than your opponent's energy are a thing right now, and Slumber Strike deals with that. And then a place of Shocking Death Balls because we're going to hit the Sparking 5 like almost immediately. So now we come to the spice of the deck, right? Everybody's got that spice. So if you remember earlier in the deck, we had the 7 drops, right? We had the Adamantive Avenger and we had Unending Destruction. They're green, they're 7 drops. I feel like I've seen this combo somewhere before, right? I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm going if I show you that, right? Paragus' Sacrifice. And then also we got the Brawly Ultimate Agent of Destruction. Now, the reason why I have this in here and not the Xenocell is A, I don't own Xenocell because I wasn't fortunate enough to rip one. But the other reason why is the uncanny ability for this deck to actually control the amount of life we have with a rather easy setup, right, between these 2 cards. So, since they each allow us to choose between 1 or 2, in this case we can choose 0 even, it says that if we're at like 3 or 4 life, and we're in a situation where we need to get to 1, essentially we can, and it's not difficult. So that makes this card, the Ultimate Agent of Destruction, actually a really powerful weapon in this deck. While this card does have the essence of hand... Sorry, not this card. While this deck does have the essence of hand control in it, the idea of having large hitters really fast is more of what I was going for. So I feel like I've actually succeeded with this build. Now, like I said, this build is untested, so don't take this list verbatim. However, do use it as a starting template. I would be curious to see everybody's feedback on it. Kind of give me your ideas and thoughts on it. You know, Android 13's got, I think, some real potential. I don't know how good this leader's going to be on like the competitive level, but definitely at a local tier, I think the deck's going to be great. So anyway, guys, that's my list. Thank you for showing up. Again, if you guys have any comments, leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I promise you, I'm really gonna try to start getting content. I need to do something else besides working on my website. I want to start getting content again and be more active in the community. I'm gonna start doing some more live streams. I know we've got Eden on Thursdays, but I really want to start getting some more live streams out for you guys. So anyway, take care. You guys have a fantastic night. And if I don't talk to you before Vegas, all the people going out there, good luck. See ya.